Marcus thought he had all the time in the world. 26 years old. Decent job. At a startup. Always saying I'll do it tomorrow or next week, for sure. Oops! His apartment was a mess. His gym membership unused for months. And his dad kept calling about dinner plans. That Marcus kept postponing. Sound familiar? We all do this stuff. Put things off, scroll our phones for hours, binge Netflix instead of working on what actually matters. But what happens when tomorrow doesn't come? Marcus found out the hard way. Tuesday morning, 7:23 a.m. His phone rang while he was hitting snooze for the third time. His mom, crying, could barely get the words out. Dad had a heart attack. Massive one. Touch and go. Sitting in that hospital waiting room, Marcus felt sick. Not just worried sick, guilty sick. All those Sunday dinners he skipped. All those times his dad asked him to come fishing and he said, maybe later, I'm busy. Busy doing what? Watching YouTube videos about productivity instead of being productive. His dad pulled through, but barely. While Marcus was sitting there for 3 days straight, this old guy who cleaned the floors started talking to him. Samuel, probably 70, working nights to support his grandkids. "You look like you just figured something out," Samuel said, mopping around Marcus's chair. "Yeah, that I'm an idiot." Samuel laughed. "Nah, you're just young. I used to think time was like money. There'd always be more coming in. Then my wife got sick. Cancer. 38 years old. Know what she said to me? Sam, we wasted so many evenings watching TV. We could have been dancing in the kitchen." That hit Marcus hard. Dancing in the kitchen. Such a simple thing. Samuel kept talking while he worked. "After she died, I started treating my time different, like it was actually running out, you know? Because it is. We all act like we're gonna live forever, but we're all just here for a little while." When Marcus got home after his dad stabilized, something clicked. He looked at his apartment, dishes piled up, laundry everywhere. That guitar in the corner he bought 2 years ago and played maybe 10 times. His whole life was, "I'll get to it later." So he started small. Made his bed, did the dishes, called his dad. Then he deleted TikTok from his phone. Then Instagram. His brain freaked out for a few days, kept reaching for distractions that weren't there anymore. But weird things started happening. He actually finished that project at work he'd been dragging out for months. Started going to bed earlier, woke up without hitting snooze, had dinner with his dad every Sunday, even picked up that guitar. 3 months later, his boss pulled him aside. "Whatever you're doing differently, keep it up. Your work is incredible lately." 6 months after that, he got promoted. Not because he worked more hours, but because the hours he worked actually counted. The crazy part? He had more free time than before. Turns out when you stop wasting time, you have more of it. When you focus for 2 hours instead of half focusing for 6 hours while checking your phone, you get better results and finish faster. Marcus still thinks about what Samuel told him. Time isn't money. You can make more money. Time is more like ice cream on a hot day. It's melting whether you're paying attention or not. So here's the thing. You're probably doing what Marcus was doing, postponing the important stuff. telling yourself you'll start that business when things slow down. Or you'll call your parents this weekend for sure. Or you'll learn that skill after this busy period. But what if this weekend doesn't come? What if the busy period never ends because you keep making it busy with stuff that doesn't matter? Stop planning. Start doing. Not everything, not perfectly, just something. Today. One thing that matters more than whatever you were gonna do instead. Because the people who master their time don't have more hours than you. They just waste fewer of them. And the life you want, it's not waiting for you to have time. It's waiting for you to make time. The clock's ticking, but that's okay. Now you know. What if a single glass of water could change a man's entire life in just 10 minutes? In a city that never sleeps, 24-year-old Marco was drowning in his own thoughts. His mind was a hurricane of past regrets and future fears, leaving no room for the present. Sleep was a stranger, laughter a distant memory, and neither therapy nor medication could calm the storm. Desperate, he sought out an old psychologist who had disappeared into the mountains. After a long journey, Marco found the elderly man sitting in perfect stillness. He pleaded for help, and the old man simply led him inside, filled a glass to the absolute brim with water, and gave him a challenge. Walk to the edge of the village and back. Don't spill a single drop. As Marco walked, the path was pure chaos. Children ran past, dogs barked, vendors shouted, and a cyclist nearly brushed his shoulder. But he saw and heard none of it. His entire world had narrowed to the glass in his hands. For the first time in months, the hurricane in his mind went completely silent. When he returned, having not spilled a drop, the old man asked what he had seen. "I saw only the glass." The old man smiled and explained, "When your mind lives fully in this moment, there is no room for yesterday's ghosts or tomorrow's fears. Peace was never outside of you, waiting to be found. It was always inside, waiting for you to stop searching." Marco descended the mountain a different man, not because he had found peace, but because he had discovered it had been within him all along. So, what is your glass of water? What one thing could you focus on right now to silence the storm? Perhaps the peace you seek isn't in tomorrow's achievement, but in this very second, waiting for you to notice it. Then we finalize. Farewell. Tit oath. But perhaps first.
A dream which got burnt even before it could start. And now this guy is thinking, I will sell designer clothes in the middle of the jungle. Friends' reaction. One guy was in shock after drinking tea. The other fell down laughing. Friends said, brother, you don't wear clothes like that. Entry of the first customer. A monkey is sitting at the gate of the store. Confusion is complete. And the first customer who came was a monkey. And the shirt, which was worth $500 here, was worth $2,000 in the jungle. In front of the lion shop, everyone got scared. But the real question is this. What if the real king of the jungle gets angry? I came to sell clothes and became a business king. A small clothes shop. A new board has been put up. The shelves are perfectly arranged, and a man, Elijah Carter, is standing behind the counter. There is excitement in the eyes, dreams in the heart. Today is the first day. Elijah thinks self-talk. Now customers will come. I will make money, and next month I will open another shop. People pass outside the shop, but no one stops. There is a little tension on Elijah's face. Elijah, it is morning time. There will be a blast till evening. Fast forward 5 hours. It is evening now. Only one person came to the shop. He too asked the price and went away. Elijah inside. What's the joke? People are not even looking at the clothes. Is there any problem? Just then an uncle comes inside the shop. An instant smile comes on Elijah's face. Uncle, son, how much do these shirts cost? Elijah, sir, these are premium quality. They are available in the market for $50, but I am selling them for just $35. Uncle takes the shirt in his hand and checks its quality, then leaves the shop in anger after hearing the price. Uncle leaving. Hey brother, you can get branded shirts for $35. Who will buy this? Elijah's smile disappears. His confidence also starts to waver. For the first time he realizes that this game is not as easy as he had thought. Then another guy comes. Customer, brother, how much does this t-shirt cost? Elijah excited. Sir, only $20. Can you try this? Customer without looking. Hayne, brother, tell me if you can get a dog for $10. Otherwise should I go? Elijah is in shock. The first customer ran away because the price was high. The second one is asking for half the price. He thought that he should just open a shop, sell goods and earn money. But here people are running away as soon as they hear the price. What is going on? While he is doing all this process, he gets another small shock. A salesman from a big shop in the neighborhood stands in front of his shop, and whoever starts going inside Elijah's shop, he takes them aside and says something to them. Then those people go away from there. Elijah inside angry inside self-talk. What is happening? Whenever a customer comes inside, this guy stops him. Is he doing this knowingly? Elijah gets tensed. Starting a business seemed easy, but on the first day itself he is telling him that this is a real jungle, and whoever survives here will win. What will Elijah do now? Starting this business was the biggest mistake or the biggest opportunity? Elijah's world is destroyed, but the game is still on. Scene opens, a dark night. Elijah is closing the cash register inside his shop. The day was bad, but he was hopeful that everything would be fine. Elijah thinks inside, just a little more time, everything will be fine. Just need a chance. He shuts down the shutter, locks it, and goes home. Scene fades out. Fast forward to midnight. A mysterious man comes near the shop. His face is not visible. He looks around, then takes a lighter out of his pocket. In the darkness of the night, Elijah's shop is burning. The fire has engulfed the whole shop. Sirens are ringing, people are shivering. Firefighters are pouring water, but everything is burnt. Scene cut to morning time. Elijah comes running in front of his shop high, and he gets stuck in his shoes. Slow motion shot. In front of his eyes, the same shop which was his dream till yesterday. Today is just a pile of burnt wood and leaves. Elijah, in shock, whispers softly, "No, this can't be." The bottle of water falls from his hand. The sound of falling on the ground in slow motion is made. Thud! The firefighter looks at him and moves forward. Firefighter, are you the owner? Elijah in a soft voice. Yes. Firefighter, we suspect it wasn't an accident. Someone did this on purpose. Elijah's mind goes crazy. As soon as he hears this, he remembers the salesman who was stopping customers from coming to his shop. Elijah inside, grinding his teeth in anger. I know who did this. His hand tightens, fists clench. Eyes zoom in shot, slow blink, then an intense music drop. This was not just a shop. This was a dream. And when someone's dream burns, he either accepts defeat or ignites a fire inside himself. Elijah took a loan. The city had burnt his dream, But now his new plan seemed even more crazy. A clothing business in the jungle. When he told the banker, there was a strange mixture of laughter and confusion on his face. Jungle? You will make a deer and a monkey wear a suit, the banker taunted. But Elijah's answer was simple. The city burnt my shop. There is tax and competition too. In the jungle, the only issue is customers, but I will handle everything. Elijah was standing in the middle of the jungle with a suitcase. There were only trees, soil, and animals all around. A monkey comes out from the side and looks at him from head to toe, as if saying, "Son, what have you come here to get?" But Elijah was serious. He chose a place and started working. There was just one small problem. He had zero experience of setting up a shop in the jungle. Elijah is cutting a big tree. Sweat is falling. The axe is hitting hard. A monkey steals his tool bag and runs away. Elijah shouts, "Hey, give it back." One is painting a handmade board, Carter's wild fashion. A small bamboo stall is ready. Above is a small shade of cloth and a bamboo trial room. Elijah sits on the ground. His breath is fast, but his face is like a king. The world is thinking that I have lost. But the real game has just begun. Elijah's shop was finally ready. A bamboo stall, a handmade board, Carter's wild fashion, and a small stock of clothes inside. There was just one small problem. Do we bring customers here or make customers? There were only animals in the jungle, and they did not need clothes. Elijah was standing outside the shop, cutting clothes on a cutting board, when a big elephant stopped in front of his stall. Elijah gave a slight smile. Finally, first customer. "Sir, I have a special suit of your size." The hand gave him a blank stare, then hit him hard. Elijah folded his hands. "Forgive me, brother. I just wanted to try." The hand hit him hard and half of the stall fell down. Elijah, sarcasm, "Thank you, sir. I will wait for your feedback." The next day Elijah was thinking that, if customers are not coming, then I will have to start marketing. He saw a monkey that came near his shop. "Son, you were my first marketing team." Elijah picked up a piece of cloth and threw it on top of the monkey. The monkey tore off the clothes in a second and ran away. Elijah kept shouting, "Brother, he could have at least taken a selfie and run away." A strange story started spreading in the jungle. People in the city were hearing that a crazy man is running a branded clothes shop in the jungle. Some people came just to watch. No one could believe it. A man came and asked laughingly, "Brother, what is the scene of customers?" Elijah replied coolly, "Brother, there is no tax in the jungle, no rent, and there is zero competition here. Customers will come, if not today, then tomorrow." But the truth was this. Till now, not even a single person had come to buy clothes. Elijah is sitting with a laptop in front of his small shop, making ads on the screen. Elijah had understood one thing. If no one comes to the jungle, then he will have to take the jungle to the world. Just one viral marketing campaign, and the world will see that business can be done here too. Elijah made an advertisement. Carter's Wild Fashion, the first clothing store in the jungle. No rent, no tax, just pure business. In the background there was only jungle, chirping birds, and a monkey sitting on the board. The caption was, "The animals in the jungle are also confused. You also come and see." Elijah posted this ad on Facebook and TikTok. And what happened shook everyone. People were shocked after seeing the ad. Is this guy running a business in the jungle? Is this true or a prank? The comment section got bombarded. Bro, is this guy a genius or a lunatic? Clothes in the jungle? Brother, are the customers kidnappers? I also want to go there. Send the address. This guy is colonizing the jungle before Elon Musk. People were filled with curiosity, and some just came out to see. One day Elijah was sitting at the shop when he saw an SUV coming on the way to the jungle. 4 to 5 stylish people come out, phones in hands, camera on. A girl said laughing, "Bye, are you really running a business in the jungle?" Elijah smiled. You guys have come, right? Business is going on. Another boy was laughing after seeing the shop's board. Buy. I have just come to buy a shirt. To become the first customer of the jungle. The story of the jungle shop reached the news. Headlines. A man opens a clothing store in the jungle. Is he crazy or a genius? Junglepreneur. How one man is changing business forever. Carter's wild fashion. The strangest business story of the year. Elijah's inbox was filled with media requests. Interviews, collabs, and new investors. Everyone was looking towards the jungle. Elijah is standing in front of his shop, confident and ready. Now it's not just jungle business. It's time to build the world's first wilderness fashion empire. There is a line of cars and buses on an open road in the jungle. The camera zooms in on Elijah's shop, where there is a crowd of people. The shelves inside the shop are empty. Elijah is standing behind a counter, drenched in sweat, writing orders and handling customers in the middle. 1 second. The stock is over? People were now lining up for the clothes in the jungle that no one was ready to buy. Demand skyrocket. Elijah sold all his shirts in just 1 day. Nobody had even thought of this. But the problem was, there was no supply in the jungle. To buy clothes, one had to go to the city, which was a mission. Elijah took a big decision. New stock will have to be ordered, but this time the prices will be double. Jump from $500 to $2,000. The shirt that Elijah was selling for $500 earlier, its new price tag was $2,000. A customer is shocked after seeing the price board. These clothes are made of gold? There is no tax in the jungle. Then why are they so expensive? Elijah gives a confident smile. This is a limited edition. This is only available in the jungle. This is an experience, not just clothes. And shockingly, people were buying it again. Global hype. Jungle Shop had now become an internet sensation. Posts were going viral on social media. I just bought a $2,000 shirt from the jungle. This is insane. The only place where shopping feels like an adventure. Forget Paris. Milan jungle fashion is the new luxury. And when rich people also tweeted, I need to visit this jungle fashion store, the world got even more confused. Jungle Park, a new vision. Elijah noticed that people were coming here not just for shopping but also for experiences. If people are coming here, then why not build a complete park for them? He planned to build a luxury parking and safari-style shopping zone inside the jungle. This is not just a shop. This will be the world's first wilderness fashion resort. Blueprints of a high-end jungle shopping area with wooden walkways, luxury tents, and exclusive fashion lounges. Now the jungle business story had reached a new level, but the world was still confused. How is this guy earning so much money from the jungle? Night vision camera. A shadow moves in the darkness of the jungle. The camera zooms in and shows a big lion roaming near Elijah's shop. This is not a business problem. This is the rule of the real jungle. Elijah had built a luxury jungle store, but now the real issue came up. Wildlife. Rule of the jungle, business or food. When Elijah came to the shop in the morning, a customer said in fear, "Brother, a lion came here last night. He was sitting in front of the shop for hours." Elijah froze. The lion had not attacked anyone till now. But what if? People were coming here for shopping. But if one day there is a lion dinner special, then the business will be closed. Wild problem, wilder solution. Elijah got an idea. If people can come to the jungle and do shopping, then there can be a system of safe shopping inside the jungle as well. Made an insane plan. Full jungle security system plus luxury transport service. Ordered 20 high-end safari buses. Made a plan for an electrified fence to secure the entire jungle area. Hired jungle guards and professional wildlife experts. Started the construction of a lion-proof shopping zone. Now the jungle is not just a shopping place. There is adventure here as well. Power move of 20 safari buses. A big shipment is coming, 20 luxury safari buses. Elijah adjusts his sunglasses and gives a confident smile. Jungle shopping is going to become posh now. As soon as the buses arrived, the crowd grew even bigger. People could now come to the jungle by VIP safari ride. Wildlife experience plus high-end fashion. The price has increased even more. Now there is an entry fee too. The shopkeeper who was thinking of staying alive in the jungle a day ago was now running a whole shopping empire. A news channel is reporting the most insane business story of the decade jungle fashion empire. But there was still a big twist left. Ultimate moral lesson. Life is a jungle. Don't give up. Drone shot of a massive jungle. Nighttime, moonlight, and the silhouette of a lone man standing on a cliff. This is Elijah. If I had accepted defeat that day, if I had thought that people were right, if I had accepted to escape from the jungle, then today I would have been just one more failed person. One more man who would have become the joke of the world. But remember one thing, the jungle belongs only to those who have the passion to conquer it. The harsh truth, there are only two choices in life. Either you become a joke, or else you become someone whom the whole world just keeps watching. People will laugh at you. People will look down upon you. People will say, "You can't do it." But only one thing can change everything. Do not lose. Reality check. Why should we not accept defeat? If you accept defeat once, then people will be proven right. If you fight once, then people will ignore you. And if you win once, then those same people will come to learn from you. We will go. Life is a jungle, and in the jungle there are only two types of people. One who becomes a hunter, and one who becomes a hunter. Which one do you want to become? Final shot. Elijah is standing on a cliff, his empire.
The question that will haunt you. Picture this. You're standing at the top of everything society told you to want. The big office, the fancy car, the bank account that never runs empty. You've got it all. So why does it feel like you have nothing? Today, I'm going to tell you about Alex, a man who climbed the mountain of success, only to find out he was climbing the wrong mountain. But here's what will shock you. His story might be your future. Unless you learn what he learned before it's too late. Stop for a second and ask yourself this. If you got everything you're chasing right now, would you actually be happy? Remember that question, because Alex thought he knew the answer too.
The Golden Prison. Alex wasn't just successful. He was the kind of successful that makes your old friends secretly hate their own lives. At 32, he lived in a glass tower, 45 floors above the city. His apartment wasn't just nice, it was perfect. Every piece told a story of winning. The $80,000 watch on his nightstand, the coffee machine that cost more than most people's cars, the smart home that listened to his every word. But here's where the story gets dark. That same apartment, this temple to success, was hiding a secret. A secret Alex worked hard to keep from the world. Walk into his kitchen, and you'd find a fridge that told a completely different story. Empty shelves, sour milk, a salad from 3 weeks ago that looked like a science experiment, energy drinks lined up like soldiers, the only food in his war against being tired all the time. The hidden cost. His Instagram told one story: fancy lunches in glass offices, first-class flights to cool places, champagne at business parties. Everyone loved his posts. The likes came flooding in. But behind every perfect picture was a man who hadn't had a real conversation in months. He was acting out his life instead of living it. When your mind becomes your enemy, late at night, when the city got quiet, Alex would stand at his huge windows and feel something he couldn't explain. It wasn't sadness. Sadness was too simple. It was emptiness. Like there was a hole in his chest that echoed when he breathed. 3:47 a.m. Terror. His phone buzzes. Another email. Another crisis. Another chance to prove he's worth something. His heart pounds as the blue light burns his eyes. Sleep becomes something he can't afford. Rest becomes the enemy of progress. His body, once his friend, now betrays him. Always on edge, always waiting for the next emergency that might never come. The twisted truth, the most messed up part. Alex was proud of this. He wore his sleepless nights like medals. His skipped meals like trophies. I'm building something big, he'd tell himself. This is what it takes. But the question that haunted him in quiet moments was, what exactly was he building? And why did it feel like it was built on the grave of everything he used to love? Warning: the body keeps score. But the universe has a way of sending warnings before it drops the hammer. Alex's body was keeping track, even when his mind refused to listen. Act 2. The slow-motion car crash. Here's what they don't tell you about success. It's like a drug. And like any drug, it wants more and more, until it eats everything you once were. Alex's calendar was perfect. Every minute planned, every meeting with a purpose. But somewhere between networking events and performance reviews, he'd forgotten how to just be with another human being. His niece's dance show? Canceled for a client dinner. His mom's birthday? A quick call between meetings, cut short by another urgent email that wasn't really urgent at all. The body fights back. The headache started small, a dull pain behind his eyes that he killed with expensive pills. Then came the chest pains, sharp and sudden, like his heart was trying to escape. His reflection in elevator mirrors showed a stranger. Thin cheeks, dark circles under his eyes, a smile that never looked real. The success trap. But here's the sick joke that will chill your blood. The more successful Alex became, the more he felt like a failure as a human being. Every promotion made the gap wider between who he was and who he remembered being. Every achievement felt like he was betraying his real self. The people he lost. His sister stopped calling, not because she was mad, but because she was tired. Every conversation became Alex talking about deals and deadlines. His mom learned to text instead of call. At least then she wouldn't hear the stress in his voice. The way his words came out sharp and broken. The night everything changed, and then came the night when Alex found himself standing in his empty apartment at 2 a.m., surrounded by everything he'd ever wanted, asking himself a question that would haunt him. If I died tomorrow, who would miss the real me, not the fake version I show the world? The silence was deafening. The point of no return. What Alex didn't know was that his body was already writing checks his soul couldn't cash. The warning signs weren't whispers anymore, they were screams. But he'd spent so long ignoring the quiet voice inside him that he'd forgotten how to listen to anything except the noise of ambition. The day that would change everything. The big presentation was set for Tuesday morning. Room full of executives. Career-making moment. The kind of opportunity that creates legends. Alex had no idea it would be the day his perfect world would crash and burn. when everything falls apart. Tuesday, 10:43 a.m., conference room 12A. Alex was in the middle of explaining numbers to a room full of suits when the world started spinning. It began as a whisper, a little dizziness, a flutter in his chest. Then it became a roar. The moment his body said, "Enough," the laptop fell from his hands like it was made of water. The room spun like a broken carnival ride. His chest felt like someone was driving a nail through his heart. The worried faces around the table turned into blurry paintings. The last thing he remembered was the cold conference room floor hitting his face. Silence in the hospital. When he woke up, the first thing he noticed wasn't the pain. It was the quiet. No buzzing phones, no email alerts, no calendar reminders. Just the steady beep, beep, beep of machines watching over the body he'd forgotten how to take care of. The crushing truth. The second thing he noticed was how alone he was. Where were his work friends, his networking contacts, his thousands of social media followers? In his darkest hour, his carefully built professional world showed its true face. It was built on what you could do for people, not who you actually were. But then, a hand in the dark, a gentle hand slipped into his, old, familiar, real. His mom had flown 2,000 miles the second she heard. She dropped everything without thinking twice, without wondering what was in it for her. In that white hospital room, surrounded by beeping machines, Alex saw his life with painful clarity. The prison he built. He'd spent years building walls to protect his ambition, only to discover he'd built a prison for his soul. Every missed call with his mom was a brick in those walls. Every canceled family dinner was another bar on his cage. Every "I'm too busy" was dirt thrown on the grave of his real self. Breaking point. In that hospital bed, Alex cried for the first time in 5 years. Not from the physical pain, but from realizing he'd traded his humanity for a fake crown. He'd become the king of nothing, ruling over achievements that meant nothing to anyone who actually mattered. Coming back to life, recovery wasn't just about his body. It was about his soul, his heart, his whole life. Alex's first act of rebellion against his old self was simple but powerful. He said no. The power of no. To the late-night email that demanded instant attention. No to the weekend meeting that could wait until Monday. No to the toxic belief that his worth was measured in work hours and money made. Each no to his addiction was a yes to his healing. Rediscovering the world. He started taking walks, not power walks with podcasts and phone calls, but real walks where he actually noticed things. The way morning light painted shadows on sidewalks, the sound of kids laughing in parks, the smell of fresh coffee from shops he'd driven past 1,000 times but never entered. Your choice. The question is, which crown will you choose? Alex's story could be a warning or a roadmap. The ending hasn't been written yet. Not for him, and definitely not for you. The choice, as always, is yours to make. Remember, if you lose your health, your loved ones, and your purpose while chasing success, that success is really failure in disguise. True success is when your money, your health, and your happiness all grow together, not when one kills the others.